No!
Here we have another video series, CRASHspiracy Theory. For this first episode of CRASHspiracy Theory, I'd like to guess who the mystery driver coming to Crash Team Racing nitro-fueled is. If you're not aware by now, the game has been being data mined by people like DriverWhoAmI and occasionally CogMonkey. The data mines have been quite accurate. Beanox eventually became well aware of the game being data mined and are now teasing us. DriverWhoAmI was found in an old data mine which was updated in a later data mine to Driver Who Could I Be, and it is now Driver I am as important as the Bandicoot, so I should be the main character. These names were not attached to any specific Grand Prix / content drop. That last one definitely sounds like they're attempting to throw subtle hints at us rather than simply just tease us. So if we are going with the assumption that these are indeed hints, I have an idea of who this character may be. So, what Crash Bandicoot character do you know of that not only likes to do riddles but also has a big ego? If you guessed Willy Wumpa-Cheeks from Crash Tag Team Racing, that's correct. Not only does the latest name in the data mine scream character with an ego, but Wumpa Fruit is to the Crash series as rings are to the Sonic series, so that latest data mined name is like 2 hints in one. As important as the Bandicoot, eh? Also note that nitro-fueled not only features the original Wumpa Fruit to collect in-game for better items, but it also contains Wumpa coins, and now golden Wumpa Fruit for more Wumpa coins. Now, I'm well aware of the hatred this character receives, or depending on how much things have changed now, maybe rather received from the fanbase. So many may wonder why Willy of all characters would be the teased driver, even after the explanation of the hints lining up with this character. Well, we should note that Willy is the main villain of a console Crash racing game. Not only that, he's the last remaining main villain of a console Crash racing game, and it's the last console Crash racing game before nitro-fueled. If they don't have any brand new characters to conjure up, it makes sense that Willy would be teased. The Grand Prix ended, but as you may know, we're still getting content other than tracks and there will be no Nitro Bar. So the last Grand Prix ended with a character that the fanbase loves, so he got his own track. I know many would have wanted Velo to be saved for last because the fanbase thinks of Velo as cooler, but then it would be out of order of the racing games and Velo likely wouldn't have gotten his own track unless Beanox were planning to trick us by creating a false last Grand Prix so that the actual last Grand Prix could be huge, which could still happen for Willy, but I doubt it. I'm still really wanting stunt arenas like in Tag Team, not gonna lie. So the last character to arrive could be the one that everyone hates after all of the loved ones make it in. That is, if they are indeed saving him for the end. Just so this is clear, I don't hate the character, I like him. I especially think it would be funny for Willy to be the dev times. Since everyone hates him, I'm sure that would encourage people to try their hardest to beat him. Also, it would be fair to include Willy as the dev times because for one, he's the main villain of a Crash racing game just like Oxide and Velo, who have their own times, and two, we never had a boss race or any challenge against him in Tag Team. But do I think they'll include Willy as the dev times? I'm not so sure. The next characters arriving are Lab Assistant, Baby Cortex, and Baby Entropy, and apparently around this time is when the dev times will make their way into the game. Willy doesn't fit in well with this group of characters, and one would think that Tag Team character skins would be included if it were to be Willy's time to be included, and no Tag Team skins were found within the data mine. Instead, a skin for Coco was found within the data mine, so it's looking to be Naughty Dog characters only for this upcoming content drop. Entropy is the first group of time trial times, so maybe the dev times feature Baby Entropy, or maybe the dev times are just whatever setup the devs go with when doing their times. Now, if you're familiar with the story of Crash Tag Team Racing, you're likely aware that when the clues lined up with it being Willy as the one who stole Von Clutch's power gems, still nobody guessed that it was him and instead guessed that it was Crash. It seems Beanox may be having fun with this teasing thing here, and Tag Team is playing out in real life, because people are guessing everybody but Willy. People are reaching that it's Crash Suit Guy, the fucking skunk from Twinsanity, Willy Wombat, which is the scrapped character that was going to be Crash Bandicoot before Crash Bandicoot became Crash Bandicoot. People even think that it could be Aku Aku as a racer. If Beanox are actually doing this reference towards Tag Team, it's hilarious because it's actually working. Now, since this upcoming content drop is arriving so close to April, they may do something for April Fools. Maybe that's when the dev times will arrive, and they'll feature Willie, and alongside that comes skins for the tag team characters. Tag Team is known for being a wacky, comedic, foolishly silly game. What better time to release the character the fanbase hates than April Fool's Day? Just a guess is all. We'll see what happens when it happens. So now, if you liked the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you'd like more content like such, subscribe. Bye bye.
There's some loads. Yeehaw. Have a TNT. Yeehaw. There's some loads. Yeehaw. Have a TNT. Yeehaw. There's some loads. Yeehaw. Have a TNT. Yeehaw. There's some loads. Yeehaw. Have a TNT. What an asshole.
Winners don't use drugs. Stop.